Don't shout. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Ayobami Bakari. If you're just clicking on this video, or you're just coming to my YouTube channel for the first time, currently I am creating content whereby I review schools for international students and talk about, is this school fully funded? Do I think this is a good school for you to apply to as an international student and things like that? We also have other videos where I talked about the common application, how to do your financial aid as an international student in order to be fully funded. So the school for on the list or in this video is Grinnell College, as we can see on the screen. Grinnell College is a pretty good school. I like Grinnell College. Remember that all of these things that I'm saying are my own opinion. So some people might be like, oh, I don't feel like Grinnell College is a good school. But for me, I feel like Grinnell College is a good school, even though I haven't been there physically to like feel the vibe of the school. But like even you kind of know like if you're already feeling included or you just like a school even before you get into the what's it called? Even before you go into the school physically, then that means that the school is probably a very good school. So in today's video, because we're talking about is Grinnell fully funded, their financial aid. Obviously, the documents that they use, I'll mention them, and the forms that you need to fill, I've already like done videos on that. So I'll be linking those in the description box for those of you that do not know how to fill it out. So I always say check your total cost of attendance so you know the type of aid that you get in this particular school. So for those of you that have been here, you kind of know that I always say that if a school tells you that they meet 100% of your demonstrated need, that means that the school is fully funded. Now, the best way for you to ascertain that that applies to you as an international student is to make sure that put for admitted students or for all students. If they just put for all students, you might need to send an email to ask that, okay, does this apply to international students? Now, if they say for admitted students, that means that even as an international student, you need to be admitted into the school before you can be fully funded. So now, Grinnell College doesn't consider your ability to pay for them to give you an admission. There are some schools that you simply get rejected from those schools or waitlisted, most times rejected, not because you're not a sound student, not because you're not enough as a person or even as a student, but simply because they feel like you cannot afford the school fees. And so that's why they rejected the application, not that you're not enough. All right. So I hope that explain some things to some of you guys. And so Grinnell meets 100% of your demonstrated need without loans. And so now I kind of know that Grinnell is fully funded, but if I were you, I would still go further to send an email to them and ask them that, does this apply to me as an international student? Because I do not see anything like students for all admitted students or even for all students here. So I'm going to send an email to ask all of those things. Now, since they're saying that they're going to meet all of my demonstrated need, I typically do not need to know the total cost of attendance in a situation like this, but it's just very good to know. So if you're resuming this year, fall 2024, which is 2024-2025 session, if you're living on campus in a basic room, the total cost of attendance at Grinnell is $87,000, $87,098 plus. Now, students who receive need-based financial aid and live in apartment style housing, we have their cost of attendance and need-based grants adjusted accordingly. Why? Because if you're living in a basic room, it is cheaper than living in an apartment on campus. An apartment is basically a situation whereby you are in a room with other people and you share the kitchen, the living room space, the laundry room in some instances, and the bathroom. While in a basic room, the kitchen is not inside your room. There would typically not be any living space. All right. So that's what it means that even if you're fully funded and you decide that you want an on-campus apartment when you're selecting your housing application, which you have to do also, then that means that you're going to be is going to be adjusted to cover that. So the financial aid application process depends on the type of financial aid you want, your citizenship status, and whether you're prospective or returning Grinnell student. So now for merit scholarship, so for this school, they have merit scholarships and need-based scholarship, and so need-based financial aid. So one thing you need to consider is that in a lot of schools that tell you that they meet your full demonstrated need, they're going to combine your merit and need-based financial aid together. So now for this school, the merit scholarship does not need any separate application, but the need-based financial aid, you need to submit the document. So now, like I said, the FAFSA is not for you if you're an international student. So now I want to look at prospective international students. What are the things that I need? So they're telling me that I only need the CSS profile. Now, you do not need to reapply for financial need-based financial aid because it's renewed automatically. These are information that you need to know even before applying to a school, because you want to be prepared. You want to know that, okay, if they're telling me to reapply each year for my financial aid, do I need to do that in February so that in June you're not now wondering why is my financial aid not yet applied? So under international students, you see why I also like Grinnell. They actually specifically put information for international students, which is really nice. Grinnell College has a need aware policy for international students and is committed to meeting 100% of each admitted student institutionally determined financial need with a combination of grants and student loans and student employment. Now, some schools will tell you that they meet 100% of your demonstrated need with loans. And so you might want to email the school to ask that, would the loans also apply to me as an international student? So now I can relax. I don't need to email this school because I know that even as an international student, I'm going to be considered. And I know that they're committed to meeting 100% of my demonstrated needs, so far I'm accepted to Grinnell. So now if you plan to apply for the need-based financial aid, you need to indicate that you must complete the CSS profile, which is going to be available October 23, 2023, if you're coming in fall 2024. So you know that if you're coming in fall 2025, then you need to submit it this year. The dates might vary, but it's still a year before. They do not have fee waivers for the CSS profile. I wanted to mention that you might see fee waivers on the CSS profile's website, but that does not apply to you as an international student. So make sure that you are checking that the school has a fee waiver for you or an alternative form for you to fill. Now, Grinnell is telling you that if you cannot complete it, you can fill out the ISAFA. So as at 2022, Grinnell was using ISFA. Now, this set for the 2024-2025 session, which are the people that are going to fill out their application in 2023, they're asking for the ISAFA. So maybe you're in a situation where you've applied to a school before and you want to reapply. Don't just assume that the information that they used last year is what they're going to use this year. Still do the due diligence to come to the school's website and check. They're asking you here that you come and you submit the form to your application portal. So in a situation like this, you know that your common app must have been submitted first before you even get access to your application portal. So you kind of want your name to be in the system. So like they said here, it is created after you submit your common application. They also said that they will not accept any forms via email attachments. So those that sending emails to schools, to Grinnell, like this is my document, no, upload it. Please do not send other documents that are not required, including certification of finances. Now, in a school like Grinnell that is asking you to submit things via your application portal, there's the high probability that your application portal would hold a checklist for you that you need to follow specifically. Now, and now will tell you the documents that they need from you. So do not submit. Some schools will tell you that if you have any document that you feel would aid your application or help them make a better decision to upload it. Grinnell is telling you that if they do not ask you for it, do not submit it. Your financial aid eligibility is not re-evaluated each year, and requests for additional assistance are not accepted. So if you are not 100% fully funded by the school when you enter, there's a possibility that you're not going to be 100% fully funded even after you are inside the school or you've enrolled at the school. So you want to make sure that all of your financial aid is settled even before you enroll at the school like Grinnell College. The ISAFA, how to do that, I'm going to link the video down below for those of you that will probably be applying to schools that use the ISAFA. So now for Grinnell College, you do know how to submit the CSS profile. If you cannot afford the fee waiver, you can fill out the ISAFA. So it's either or, you're not submitting the two, okay? I hope that explains and answers all of your questions. I know that so many people have been asking questions about the ECG Zoom school, comments and all of that. So I'll probably make out a separate video to, explain the ECG Zoom school to you guys and how it runs and if it will be holding this year. Some people have filled out the wait list, but subsequently more information will be, put out, and I would see you guys in my next video that will be talking about Bucknell University. Have a wonderful rest of your week, guys.